Good afternoon, everyone. With the midweek update already posted, I don't think we need to get into what exactly I'm looking for on those higher time frames. Just keep in mind that I'm looking for, in general, just kind of a little bit of a dip during this overnight, and then we can start looking to the long side for the rest of the week. Now, given the range from today and the news volatility event that we had, I think we put in something like, let's see here. Where's the 330? There we go. A 47-point range today. That is a larger range for us relative to what we're used to. Tuesday put in a pretty decent range as well. Where was that close? Uh, there we go, about 44 points. So 44 points, 47 points. The ranges have been expanding in the past week or so. However, I think we're in for a nice little contractile. Is that the right word? Uh, Contraction of volatility. So what I'm going to be looking is to actually play the long side. What I'm hoping for is that this overnight trips down a little bit. We fail to take the overnight low, and we kind of reclaim this prior month's low, prior month's -2 standard deviation of VWAP. There's a weekly point of control, the close, weekly low, all this sort of stuff. I want to see us run the low of the day from today's RTH, uh, get all that sort of junk happening during the overnight, and then reclaim 24s, and we can start making our way upwards. So that's what I'm mostly going to be looking for on the long side. If we do end up dripping a little bit lower, I am interested in taking O2s and 97s long. O2 being just a 95% daily value area low. Sorry, O 0.75. O2 is a nice level, if I recall correctly. 97s were just a killer level back in that June trade. 85.5 was a critical number as well. So if we get a move down to there, I think that is a buy. I am really doubtful that we move notably below there, so I won't really discuss anything lower. To the upside, I've got 32 and 38 here. Did I forget to delete those from earlier? You know what? I'm actually going to leave those in there for now. I'm not too. I like this zone in general for something. Maybe I'll go ahead and just make these a little bit smaller so you can't really notice them too much. But I like that 32 to 38 area as a judgment or an evaluation of strength. Up above, the main area I'm looking at short is the VWAP close at 43s and settlement lows at 47. You can see that was also just really great support during the overnight. And then that's mainly where we were trying to sell down below. Up above, I would be willing to take a shot at 58 short, that being the point of control where we churned around until noon today, from 9:30 to noon, churning around here. Above there, I think we do get a stop run of the 65s. I don't think that the longs are in the clear just yet. I think you could get a short at 70 quarter going. Above there, not interested in the short side, mainly because I think you have reclaimed the sort of lows that we had, and I think you're going to rotate upwards to something like 90 or so. And I don't see us doing that for tomorrow, given that it's probable we trade today's low of the day. That would be something like a 70-point range. Don't think that's happening. Let's go over to the NQ. Mostly interest in the short side around here. This just being all sorts of stuff. You have the weekly open, the monthly low from July at 63-ish, settlement lows at 74s, the weekly close at 101s, all this sort of stuff around here. That's the main area I want to be short. That's the main area that we've been having bids, as you can see over here. That is the main area that I want to be short. I think above there, and you start to fight momentum a little bit. Again, just like 58s on ES, I think you have a shot at 107s, and just like 65s on ES, I think you have a shot from about 136 to 172 above there, and I think we have reclaimed this sort of zone, and you're looking at rotating up to about 240 or so. So I think shorts need to hold this below 172, but really ideally we hold it below about 100 to 75. You don't really want to see these lows get reclaimed, this sort of box. You don't want to see that reclaimed. You want to see it stay offered like it did in the afternoon here. Down below, I would be willing to get long 958s after a run of today's low at 930. 938-ish. Is that right? 930. Oh, sorry. What I want to see is the monthly VWAP close from June, I believe, at 899.5. So I would be waiting for that before getting long. Down below, would be willing to get long 908s, that being a 95% daily value area low after a tag of 888. So a daily low there, the June 27th low. Below there, again, that monthly VWAP close at 899s that I'm interested in. Below there, 853s, I'd be willing to get long the 95% weekly value area low from some old weekly low back in June, I imagine. That would be after a tag of the monthly -3 standard deviation of VWAP from July, I believe, at 839. So both of those interested in getting long. 802s, this is the primary area that I think we can get long. 802s is a daily point of control. 805s, a 95% weekly value area low. Yes, another one. Below there, 784s. That was just a, sorry, 764. Yeah, 784s. 784s, if I recall correctly, was a notable level. 764s, that being a weekly low after a tag, a run of some stops at 753s. Below there, 718.5, that being the -3 weekly standard deviation of VWAP, after a tag of 695s, that being a weekly high, and then the 95% weekly value area high at 691. So really just a lot of look below and fails. That's mostly what I'm interested in. In an ideal scenario, again, going back to this higher time frame chart, we hold somewhere around this 868, let's call it 850 to 900, something like, let's get rid of all this stuff. Ideally, we hold somewhere around here, right? Something like this. 850, 900, kind of this swing high, these swing lows, that swing low, these kind of highs around here. So I want to see us hold kind of around that 850 to 900, have that be the bid. That's mainly where I want to see us hold on the NQ. On the ES, I mainly want to see us hold around that kind of 4,400 to 97 area. So whatever I just said, 850. So this is, oops. This is mainly where I want to see us hold bid, kind of around here, the 70-point range, and then we can move up to around here to here, giving us something like a 150-point range. Whoa, even bigger. So I don't think we'll have that big of a range, so maybe something like that. 240 points. That is a adequate range. I think that's sufficient after a high expansion of volatility session. So that's what I'm looking for, is mostly for us to stay around 850 to 900 on the long side, 50 to 100 on the short side. ES around 4,400 on the long side, and around 44, 45 to 50 on the shorts. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. That's all I have. Wow, under a 10-minute video. Amazing. Probably update this in the morning. Globex just opened. Have a great night. Trade safe.